You're watching our live stream, and do you remember what our last week's theme? Yeah, I know some of you may know that we tested several materials last week using the theme of constellation, right? We've tried some material like the ceramic plate, right? The metal pieces. Yeah, by the way, for the metal pieces, we tried the stainless steel and some other coated aluminum, coated metal materials such as aluminum, such as also stainless steel but coated. What's more, we tried some paper, yes, like this one. Okay, here we've tried some paper. But for the paper we tried last week is more thicker. This one is quite thin. So that's for last week's theme. We tried several materials to show you that what our Autoleader Master 3 can do. And but for this week, what gonna we do? Yeah, you may notice from the cover, from the title, you notice that we're gonna make some Lightbox. And here they are. Let me show you how they worked. Let me just press the button. Okay. Ta-da! Now we got a shining bright cat. Yes, but I believe the latter one is hard to see, so I'm just gonna turn it off. Here are two work that I made for this live stream, and in today's live stream, I will show you how to make this, how to make such light box, and can we just use it to our business. So if you're interested, just keep watching. That's for today's theme. We are going to do some light box. I'm just going to show you what kind of light box we can do and what kind of material is suitable for a light box. So that is for today. And we mentioned that we're gonna use the Autoleader Master 3, right? Last week we tried several materials to show what can Autoleader Master 3 do. Now let me introduce the Autoleader Master 3 to you. So here lies the Autoleader Master 3. We call it the OM3 for short. See here? Yeah, this quite huge one is the Autoleader Master 3. It is quite powerful, smart machine because it has things called it has 7 safety measures. It has so many ways to connect. Let me just tell you one by one. First, very important as an laser engraver, how big it can do engraving work, how fast it can do engraving work is quite important. This machine's maximum engraving this machine's engraving area can reach 400 and by 400 millimeters per minute. 400 not per minute, sorry, that's for speed. 400 millimeters by 400 millimeters. And if you think it is not big enough, you can always choose the extension keys. So its engraving work can from 400 millimeters by 400 millimeters to 400 millimeters by 815 millimeters. It means with the extension keys, the engraving area was it can be more than doubled. So if you have bigger engraving area needs, you can always choose the extension keys. So that's for the engraving area. For the engraving speed, look at here. Here is our 10-watt laser module. With this laser module, we can do so many work, and that's why we call it powerful. With the 10-watt laser module, we can just make it maximum speed reach 20,000 millimeters per minute. That is very fast. And with our stable structure, and this module is extremely light, it only weighs 235 grams, so it can move smoothly and work very, very good. So that's for the engraving area and the engraving speed. Sorry, it's a little bit hot here. Let me turn on the fan. Okay, would you please just wait a minute? Okay, now we are talking about the connection ways to our machine. We know that if we want to use this machine, we need a main control to send a message to this machine and let it know what to engrave or cutting, right? For Autolaser Master 3, it has the connection that the TF connection, the USB connection, and the Wi-Fi connection. Let's talk about it one by one. TF cards enable this machine to work without machine, not without machine, just work with the picture continuing engraving the picture because it has a memory card in its body. And what's more, USB connection, and it's also the way we use today. You look at the wire here, we just connect it to this computer to let it control the machine, and the software we're using is the Lightbox. So if you do not want to use Lightbox because it is not for free, right? You can always use the free software called the Laser GRBL, the Laser Gerbil. So that's for the USB connection. What I want to introduce you more closely, that is the Wi-Fi connection. So that's the reason why we call it smarter laser engraver. So how and what to use? That is, we can use our phone. Yes, both Android devices and iOS devices is available. We have apps called the Laser Explorer. Let me show you. We've got an application called the Laser Explorer, both available on Android devices, which means Google Play Store, and iOS devices. You can find it on the App Store. So that is the application. We can use this application to connect our machine through Wi-Fi, and you can just control your machine through your phone. That is very convenient. And by the way, if you're using the phone to control this machine, it is way more easier because the button is big, the guide there also has professional guide tips like on the top. It also has several interesting things that you can test. Maybe you can create a QR code, a barcode. You can always make puzzles by using this application. It is more suitable for someone that think the software on the computer is too complicated, because we know that for the Lightbox or the laser Gerbil, it's prepared for professional ones or professional users to do some more big engraver or some more creative work. But with the application, you can just control this machine easily. So that's the application. So we've already talked about its connection ways. Let's mention it once again. That is the TF cards, the USB connection, and the Wi-Fi connection. And that's for the connection ways. So we've already mentioned that our machine has 7 safety measures. That is because we concern not only about the function, the power of our machine's function. Also, we concern about your health during using it. We do not want you to be harmed because we know for the laser engraver that is quite dangerous. I'm not talking about joke, and you must know for laser thing that is really dangerous. It's dangerous if it touches, if it touches some easily burned material, and if you're looking at it, it is also dangerous. So we've had such safety measures that is called the movement detection. That means if some abnormal movement to this machine happened, such as I lift it up, I just move it around, etc., our machine can detect it and stop working to make sure you output laser beam to the wrong surface to avoid a possible fire. So this is the first one, the movement detection. And second, what's more, that is what we call the the laser exposure and duration detection. What that means? We mentioned the laser is dangerous, and I believe most of you can know that it's dangerous, right? So just imagine a situation. If you are using a map or a picture and you send this file to this machine, but the one who made this picture just sent a wrong message to make the laser module output laser beam on a spot and not moving for a long time, what will happen? Yes, if it is easily burnt material, it can be burnt. If it is not an easily burnt material, this beam will go through this material and touch the surface that you are under the machine, right? So no matter what situations, that is quite dangerous. That's why we have the laser exposure and duration detection. If such thing happens, it will stop working and assume alert to let you know and to protect your things. So that is another one safety measure. What's more, we also have the connection detection. So what is connection detection? We know that our machine can connect it by using USB, by using Wi-Fi. So if it lost control to the, it disconnected to the main control, it can be easily to lose the picture you want to do engraving on, right? And it is quite dangerous because the machines save no file, right? So that's we have the connection detection. Once the machine lost control to the main computer or the phone, it will stop working and assume alert to let you know. So that's for the connection one. That's for the firmware, right? And one more important thing, that is the voltage and current monitoring. What that means? We know we know that the machine was controlled by chips, and the chip was on the motherboard. It can be easily damaged if the voltage go through it is too high, right? Or as well as the current. So to avoid such things, our machine can monitor the higher voltage and current to make it suitable for this machine to work and to avoid some machine damage. So that's for the firmware. For the machine itself, like the outside, we still have some safety measures that is called the emergency safety button. You can see here. Look at the red button. It is quite easy to see, right? This is like the stop button you see on the running machine. They are the stop button on the running machine. You can also call it the emergency stop button. That is okay. And they have the same name and their function is quite same. Just like the stop button. In our machine, this stop button, if this button was pressed, the machine will just stop all function at once. So if you find something wrong happened, maybe if someone just gonna touch the machine, or if the laser beam just go through the material that you are going to engrave, and you forgot to put something under, and or if you find just the current is not right, the light is just blinking, you think it may harm your machine, you can always press this button. Only one press, every function stop. So that is the emergency stop button. And just next to it is the safety lock. Look at the safety lock. It is a lock, so that means it has key to it, and we do have keys like this. You see, it's kind of like something that you use the physical lock to lock this machine. You just press this key to the lock, and just press it. If the machine is locked, it won't work. It is a very good way to protect your machine if you do not want other people to use it, like if you are placed it on your workplace, you may do not want other colleague to use it. If you place it on your home, you must don't want your children to touch it, right? It is quite dangerous. So use the safety lock. You can easily do this. So that is for the Autolaser Master 3. We talked about its power, its safety measure. So that is why we call it safe, faster, powerful, and smarter in the engraver from Ultra. So I'm very excited. Today we were gonna use this to make this beautiful light box. Okay, this is true light box. Let me just yes, turn it off. Can you see it? No, you can just see some, yes, in this angle, maybe you can see some lines here, right? And just press the button. Look, wow, we've got a very, very beautiful black hat light. And if you want, you can always change the cover, and that depends on your imagination. So that is the box that we're gonna try to make today. So we've already made an acrylic one. So this time I want to make a wood one. For make this light box, we're gonna need some material. Here first is the plywood board. It is a piece of plywood board and it is quite thin. It's a very good engraving material. It's easily cut, it is easily engraved. Let me see. Every time you want to do this engraving work, you have to check your focus to make sure this focusing rod is just exact touch the surface that you're going to do engraving work on. Here. Very good. Let it go back. And let me show you how to do the engraving. You can always draw a picture of your own, or you can just buy some picture from the internet. Okay, so now I am operating the laser, not laser gravure. I'm operating the Lightburn to show you how to do engraving work on a plywood board. Here I got this cat. Let me see for this. Oh, let me do some test. Here is the cat, and let me, okay, first let the module go home and frame it. Okay, let us see. Maybe we can just change a little bit of the material here. Okay, I think a little bit more upward is more right. Here, let me see. Okay, now we got the exact place for this frame thing. So, by the way, for cutting a plywood, we always use the speed of 300. But if you're cutting a plywood, 300 may not so that efficient. That is because we know that plywood was combined by glue. For glue thing, that is not very around the wood. Maybe somewhere is thicker, somewhere is less. So when the laser beam cuts through the area that has more glue, it may not cut so efficiently. So I'm just gonna try to use 2 passes to cut this cat, and the time we're gonna use is 25 minutes. So it is not so that long. Let me try. And before you gonna do the start, before you're gonna start, you want to put on your wear your goggles. That is what I mentioned to protect your eyes. We got orange layer on the bottom of the laser module, right? That is the first step to protect your eyes. And this goggle was the second ways. Always remember before using the machine, wear the goggles to protect possible harm from the machine to your eyes. Once again, let's check the frame for the one last time. Very good. And now let's make it. Okay, now you're seeing this machine working smoothly. And let me see if we got some comments. Okay, we got this. Now see, it is doing the engraving work from the outer lines. And you see this machine just cut it like using the laser beam. We use the laser beam to cut through the wood, so make sure that it burns through it. So that is why it may cause fire, and we have such safety measures. That is because for this machine, it just use beam to burn the thing that you want to do engraving work or cutting work on. For this machine, we want it to be cut off, right? So we use the speed that is 300 millimeters per minute. So if you want to do engraving work on it, you may always try the speed of 12,000, 11,000, 10,000. That is okay. Faster speed means the laser just the time that the laser beam stay on the surface is less, so it can just remain some beautiful pattern here. I believe our machine just gonna finish the outer line very soon. You can see from the camera. Okay. Okay, can you guys hear me? Okay. If you have some problem, just let me know. If you have some questions, you can also let me know. So today you're watching the Ultra Laser Master 3, not engraving, now all cutting light box, the surface of a light box. So hope you like it. And welcome to our live stream. I am Pooh from withOrtur, showing the process of cutting plywood. Maybe after I finish this cat thing, I will just show you this one. Yes, this one. Can you see? I just turn on and turn off the button to let you see. It is just shiny. Maybe I will show you what it looks like if the light of this room is darker, to make sure you can see it more clearly. So, okay, where my goggle? Now our machine is just engraving the inner pattern of this cat. I think it moves quite smoothly. Okay, some of you told me that they are the pictures stuck. Let me check the picture. Okay, I think it is okay. For this cat, we still need, okay, 17 minutes. So I think it's a good time for us to do some introduce to this wood board. So what is this? If you're an old friend from our live stream, you must know this is quite an important plywood board, and because it shows the material that you can use our machine to do engraving work or cutting work on. Here, let me introduce to you. Can you see this? Yes, for these parts, there are some leather labels that was cut by our machine, engraved by our machine. For leather pieces, you can see the cutting area, the cutting edge is very smooth. It is really sharp. And for the engraving pattern, you can see here, if I touch it with my finger, look, if I touch it with my finger, it has several, it is not flat. That is what I mentioned, that our laser beam just use, our machine just used the laser beam to burn some part of this leather to make it uneven surface. So for these labels, just imagine if you are doing the business like some clothes business, maybe some customized little business, a little custom business, you can use our machine to do such label and stick it to your product as a special edition of your clothes or some souvenir. That is all okay. So that is for the leather pieces. And next, let us see here and here. For this one is the canvas clothes, and for this is the blue jeans. Also, we call it denim, right? For such material, we always use it on the clothes. Yes, we can do engraving or work on it also. So that is the canvas. You can see here the area, the cutting area is fluffy. If you do not like such texture, you can try to do engraving work on canvas only. You see the area, even though it is fluffy, it is cut very clearly. And for the engraving picture here, it's clear and very stable because it is burned, right? Even if I just use my fingernail to scratch it, it won't move. Compared to the printed pattern of this picture, it is very stable because the picture won't fade away with the water. So that is for the canvas. And see here the blue jeans. For blue jeans, the cutting area is more smoother like this. And we tried cutting, we tried engraving. Here Tina is my partner's name, you see. And this is some engraving thing. So that's the clothes material that we tested before. If you're interested for more clothes material, you can just follow our store, or you can tell us, let us test it for you, just like what we did last week. So that is the clothes. And what's more here, the coated aluminum metal card. And we tried this on last week's live stream. We tried several metal bar, metal pieces, and just like this. And this here are stainless steel pieces. So I mentioned that we can do only we can engraving directly only on the surface of stainless steel. But for the wood part, but for the some other material like the aluminum or etc., it needs to be coated to be engraved, like here, like this one. So that is the coated aluminum metal card here. What's more, yes, these are some old friends too. It is the paper. We just cut the shape, we engrave the letters. Yes, these letters are engraved, not like the ink version. You can just use such special card, and you don't have to worry about if some water just pour on this card and the letter was move away. Don't worry, because it is burned. It's kind of like some tattoo on the paper, so it won't just move away. So that is for paper. Just imagine you make such beautiful holiday card by using it. It is quite memorable. And so what's more, yeah, of course, the wood material. We are doing the engraving. We are doing the card work right on the plywood this time. And for some wood material, plywood, CDF, American white oak, American cherry wood, pine wood, they are all okay. Wood is a material that is very suitable for engraving and cutting. But I have to tell you, due to the difference between one kind of wood to another kind of wood, the texture of the surface may be a little bit different. Just like what we tested several weeks ago for the fridge magnet, The pine wood, it has some lines on the engraved area. It's not so that beautiful. So that is why we always ask you guys to do some tests before truly engraving on the work that you're gonna use to avoid possible try again. That is for this yeah, also the acrylic. Yes, I forgot the acrylic. Look at the acrylic. This little blue, black skull here, and these three letters. So you see, that is the acrylic, and also our today's Lightbox this cat is also acrylic. So our machine can also do some engraving work on cutting work on the acrylic. If I got time, I may show how to cut an acrylic by using our machine. But for some material like the acrylic or some other plastic like the EVA or something, it can cause bad smell because our laser beam touch surface is more like to use some extremely hot power to burn the acrylic. So we know if the acrylic was burned, it will just cause some not only horrible smell, but also harmful for your health. So we do commend you guys to use our machine in an open place that you can just let the air go through it. It has fresh air. Make sure you're safe. Welcome, our friends. You're watching the withOrtur's live stream. We are just cutting a Lightbox that is a little cute cat. Let us check how many time we're gonna use. That is 8 minutes more. Oh, now it's just engraving the mustache of this little cute cat. Okay. Always remember to protect your eyes. So if you are doing such thing like what I did, just take off the goggles. Remember, don't watch the laser beam directly, and rewear the protection goggle. I think our picture will go out very soon. So if you got any questions, tell me on the comment area. I will give you the answer. Welcome to our live stream. You're watching the Autos live stream, and we are cutting a little cute wooden cat, and that is for today's Lightbox box. Okay, it goes on the ear. Okay, we only need 3 minutes more. Welcome to our live stream. You're watching the Ultras live stream, and we are cutting a wooden cat Lightbox surface using the Ultra Leader Master 3. If you're interested, keep watching. We'll tell you how to assemble this beautiful Lightbox. Okay, 2 minutes. Okay, our machine just stopped working, stop finish. It is finished. So let me take off my goggle. Okay, we got, you see, it just move off very easily. Oh, there's some a little bit line that will not pull off. That is because it's too thin. Let me just do some cleaning before I show it to you guys. Okay, now it is okay. So let me show this to the camera. Okay, now that is what we got. You see, this is the surface of a light box. If you're using it, the light just go out from these little thin lines here. And for cutting the wood, you see, we mentioned it's kind of like burnt. So the edge is dark. Can you see? Even the inner thing, it is black. By the way, if you wanted to have a more cleaner job, you can always choose to use an accessory called the air pump. Today it is not on the live stream, but I can show you the test we did. Here, let me show this to you. Yeah, we know that if the wood was burned, it will just cause fire, cause smoke, and the smoke just change the wood into yellow and like a circle. So look at these two stars for this one. For this one, it is very good though, but it has several yellow edges like here, right? But for this one, you see, it's very clean with no burn area, with no yellow area, very beautiful. So for this cat, it's kind of like the star here. So if I just use the like air pump, maybe I can change it like this star. So that is if you are doing most of the work that is the wooden cutting, wood engraving, we strongly commend you to order the auto air pump with this machine together. So that is the, okay, let me just clean this platform. For some wood material, it will remain some carbon powder on the surface. If that happens, you just need to use some brush to brush it off like this. Yes, see, just use the brush and brush, and the carbon dioxide, carbon powder just go off. See, now we just got this very beautiful, okay, with the, okay, maybe with the, okay, yeah, this is more clear. So you see, that is what we did here. So with this surface, and what's more, you're just gonna need a row of LED string here. It already has tape on the backgrounds, so it can be easily stick to the back side. like this one. Yeah, this back is a piece of plywood. So I'm just gonna doing another engraving, and during the process of the machine doing an engraving for a long time, I will just show you the detail of this cat box. So some of you may think that maybe for some handcraft users, it is suitable enough. But if I am doing a business, I wanted to do some engraving work with a huge amount or some more efficient way. Okay, let me show you. Our machine can use it continuing working. So for this time, I'm just gonna try to make like this. Yeah, since we do not have extension keys on our live room, maybe we just try to, you see here, this box, I'm just doing this surface, and let me try to tell you how it can do. I may just go like this. All you're gonna do is just adjust your picture, copy and cut, copy and cut, make sure it has a row on the top. Let me do the frame thing. Okay, do you guys notice one problem? That is because for this plywood, it's not very, yeah, this angle was just go up a little bit, so the module just touched the surface. So let me just turn it upside down and let's see what's gonna happen. Yeah, this time it's all perfect. Okay, let us see the wood we use. Maybe can we do 4? Okay, I think our machine just can do 4. Yeah, this plywood is only big for 4 pieces one time. We do not want waste the material, so I'm just gonna test the frame very carefully. Okay, sorry, I forgot to notice the time. If I cut so big, it is not enough for me to use it. So yes, this is okay. Let me show you if we just make it go. Okay, yes. This time, let us try to cut the plywood with only one pass. Okay, I think this time it is okay. So, where are my goggles? Let us begin. Okay. See, now our machine just working very smoothly. This time we try to cut multiple pieces in one time to show you that even on business position, even in the way that you're going to use it as a business, you can always use it. Yes, I believe it is quite fast. We need 20 minutes more. Welcome, our friends. You're watching the Auto Laser Master 3 cutting and Lightbox surface, and this is Auto's live stream. You're welcome to our live stream, and if you got any questions, let me know. Excuse me. Okay, I think we can let our, sorry. Okay, because the fan was on, so it is now. Okay, I think it's a good time to let me show this closely to you guys. Here, let me take this wood one with me. Okay, can you see it? This is you see, this surface is acrylic and this is the wood. So they are the same size. They're the same size. Okay, so maybe let me find some way to let this turn it off. Okay. Let me just borrow this. You just need to let the wire go to the power, and nada. Can you see? Okay, just turn it on and it goes to a very beautiful light box. So I'm just gonna turn off several lights of this room to show it more clearly. So now it is darker, so wow, you see? It's through a light here. Yes, I just use several wood stick to combine these two pieces at the back corner. Yes, this is a whole plywood board. It is like the front board, but without these lines. Here you can hear the sound, and the surface is acrylic. And that is the light box. So let me show you if you're using the wood. It may just look the same, but a little bit different. You see? Can you feel it? For wood, I believe I will just paint the surface, maybe change its color to make it more beautiful. Okay, that is for the cat light box. And let me show this letter. Okay, something just dropped. Don't worry. It is all okay. Now this is the letterbox, and that is exactly what we are doing the cutting. What picture we are cutting right now? It's an LOVE picture, and you see, I just turn it on. So I think it is a very good way to, as a sign of your little shop, maybe you are a coffee shop owner. This is a good way to make a indoor light sign. Maybe you can change the LOVE to the OPEN or say LOSE, right? The same, I used the several wood pieces to combine these two boards. Okay, that is the letter. So I'm just go back to the place. Okay, our machine almost finished the first piece. Oh, I forgot to turn on the light, sorry. Yes, like this. So for such cover board here, okay, maybe it's not clear enough. Okay, is that clear? Okay, for such piece board, it is okay, always good to see. If you want to do more, we also tested more. Okay, like let me show you to the camera one by one. For the letter light box, we also tried different material like this acrylic one. You see, even with the thin line of in the board, it is still very clear and sharp. You can feel the cutting area. And this is another word. It is the piece. You see, still very beautiful. And these are two sides. And you can always create your own picture like this. They are like this little cute cat. So maybe I will just, I've already engraved a backboard here. So I may just try to combine this little cat later. So for such picture, you just need to use the light burn to adjust the picture to make sure it has lines like this to let the light through, go through it. Or if you want to want some more athletic one, you can always like this. Thank you. You can feel it. So that is the picture. So let me see. And these are the okay, these are okay, maybe yeah. I'm just gonna show you here. Maybe the background is white, so it is not okay. Okay. This is acrylic. This is paint wood, and this is wood with painted on here. Okay, yes. see? So just use your imagination. You can create very more kinds of cutting things. Like you can always check more pictures to make your own light box. You can use this on your coffee shop. If you or if you are bookshop owner, right? We know that if you own a bookshop, maybe the custom more like a beautiful environment. So if you made several light box, like you have the reading on it or some good sentences by the famous people, I think it is very good way to attract not users, attract consumers to buy your thing, I think. So here our machine goes to the second board. By the way, we try to make 3 pieces one time because due to the limit of time and the limit of material, just imagine if you're using the extension keys, you can just you can use this machine to do the engraving work like so long. You can just make very more piece at one time. And our machine just can work for a very long time, so don't worry. Welcome our friends, welcome to our live stream. I'm Fu here to show you how to use Ultra Laser Master 3 to cut a light box surface. Okay, we use the speed of 300 to cut the plywood. Okay, now guys, it turns to the third part, and it is doing engraving on the third pieces. And for this time, I will show you just to lift this up to make sure that you guys notice that it is do cut in one time. You see, this wood was cut by the laser beam, and it's more like this laser beam is kind of like a knife, just goes through this. I just go blah 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 and just spread the wood, and very clear, and because it is controlled by the computer, so it won't have some mistake or some hesitation during cut it. If you make this thing, I believe for some masters they can do this right with their hands, but for our normal person or for the business part, it needs to be automatic, needs to be fast, needs to be easy. So I think our machine just reach all these needs, and I think it is quite fast, and we only need 5 more minutes. Okay. It's engraving the inner part. Welcome our friends, welcome to our live stream. You are watching the withOrtur's live stream. We are cutting the surface of a Lightbox by using the withOrtur Master 3. This time I'm just going to show you with our machine, you can do it as a business option, because it can do multiple works at one time. Okay, almost to the end, I think. Welcome to our live stream. I'm Pooh from withOrtur. You're watching using the withOrtur Master 3 to cut several pieces of a Lightbox. Okay, now it finished the inner part of this, and it go out the last outside of outer place of this work. Okay, what's the matter? Okay, we're doing the live. Okay, you see these pieces are almost to the end. Let me see what time we're gonna use. Okay, only 1 minute more. So for some like little business, you're making your own Lightbox using this, you can just place this machine in your workplace or your workroom, etc. And you can just make it work on the other way. Now you just go maybe the machine's here, you see here, and you operate. You just check your work through the computer. You do not have to watch this machine all the time, but we do commend you to continue to notice this machine to make sure everything's right, avoid the possible fire. Okay. Oh, the edge is very thin, so it just wrapped off. So you see, we just cut 3 pieces in one board. Okay, that means if you are using the extension keys, you can do more like this. You can just engrave such pieces one time by one time, very pieces one time, and only needs to wait once. So just like what I mentioned for the plywood, the glue may not so that yes, and so it needs to use a little bit force to clean these. Let me just put take off the cover. I believe it is very easy. You see, I just wrapped out some like yeah. So yeah, it is clear like right now. See, you just need to use some stick to pull out the part that we do not that we no longer need. Okay. Yes, this one was done. One piece and second piece. Okay, let me use another stick. So that is what I mentioned. If this machine, this laser beam goes through some place that has more glue, it will just remain a little bit part that cannot be uh, cannot be go through. So that's why we always suggest you guys to go 2 parts to make sure every piece was cut off. Maybe I will try to engrave some acrylic. You guys may be interested. Okay. By the way, cutting the acrylic, we always use the light bend together. Not light bend together. The air pump together. That is because the air pump not only outputs air to make sure the wood material or some other material do not turn yellow, but also it makes sure the laser go through the material with no stop, and it will somehow strengthen the laser beam to make sure it go cut through the acrylic. Okay, this piece is a little bit hard. It's kind. Okay, I may just keep continuing doing this because I want to show you how to engrave acrylic. So I'm just stop doing this and find an acrylic board to show you how to do engraving work on this. Okay guys, you see this is the board that I do test and it remains such piece like this. So I'm just gonna use this piece one more time. And let's do this. Oh, sorry. We changed the texture. We changed the object that we do engraving work on. So I need to recheck the focus once more. Okay, make sure the screw is tightened enough. Okay, for the acrylic, we need another statistics. Let me check. I remember the statistic we used that we need the speed of 100. But to make sure, I'm just gonna check through our table. Yes, we need the speed of 100. Okay, for this acrylic board, we need 20 minutes. So I'm just gonna make it start. And I mentioned that for acrylic, it will cause bad smell. It is harmful to your lungs. So I'm just wear a facial mask. So if you're doing this on your home or your workplace, do remember, just make sure you are doing this job on an open area that can let the air go out. So I'm just gonna wear this mask. Wow, this makes me like, wow, here, ta-da! Okay, everything's done. Let's recheck the frame once again. Very good, and click start. Okay, one pass. So now it is cutting the acrylic right now, so I'm just gonna keep continuing clean these 3 pores. Welcome to our live stream. And now we are testing doing the cutting work on acrylic. Don't forget to wear a mask while engraving such smelly material. Okay. Because these lines are very thin, you just need to be really impatient. You don't want to make this picture to be broken. Welcome to our live stream. You're watching the withOrtur's live stream, and I am cleaning this little wood side, and this machine is trying to cut through an acrylic board. Okay, I think maybe I just use a knife. It is more suitable. Welcome to our live stream. You are watching the withOrtur's live stream. We are doing the cutting job by using the withOrtur Laser Master 3. You are watching it cutting an acrylic to make a beautiful light box. Okay, these thick lines really needs patience to go. But if you're using the air pump with this it can be easily go out because there were no such glue on it go on the way, and you always can try to use two pass. Because we are doing the live, so I do not have so much time. I just used the one pass, so the cutting job was not so that perfectly. Okay. Okay, this one was down. By the way, the air pump is not the only thing that will change the experience of cutting job. Also, like this plywood board, we mentioned that it is not a flat. It has several angle that is higher. So when touch this surface, the focus is maybe not right. Maybe the focus is too close or too high. If the laser module is too high, it cannot cut very efficiently. If the laser module is too close, maybe you will get only a burn thing, not a picture. So make sure the surface you are going to engrave work to are quite flat, and check the focus before doing engraving work. Okay. Welcome to our live stream. You're watching the withOrtur's live stream, and I am Paul. Now you're seeing this machine do cutting work on a piece of acrylic board. I'm just doing some cleaning to the wood board that we just cut it several minutes ago. Let's check how many time I'm gonna use. Okay, 30 minutes more. Okay, very good. Let me show this to you. Okay, maybe with this here. You see, they're the same, the same size. And these three pieces was cut one time. You just need to adjust the file that you're gonna do here. These are the 4 pieces. Okay. These are the 3 pieces and 1 piece of acrylic. And this is what we are doing engraving work right now. This piece was cut with the help of air pump. I'm not sure what's gonna happen this time because I haven't tried before. So let us keep watching, and I'm really looking forward to do it. Okay, it is still doing the cutting thing on the inner pattern. Yeah, even I wear this mask, the smell of burnt acrylic is still not so that good. It is quite bad actually. Okay, let us check what we're gonna need more. We still need 7 minutes more. Okay, it almost finished the inner pattern. I believe it will very soon to go to the outline. And by the way, for cutting acrylic, we always use the speed of 100 for the whole black acrylic. We've already tested the red one. For the red acrylic, we use the speed of 1800. Yes, 80. Not 1800. Sorry, 80. Only 80. The speed of 80 to make sure it was truly cut through. Because we know that for the laser, if the color was light, you always need to use slower speed. Okay, now it goes to the outer line of this label. Okay, for the outer line here, we need 5 minutes more. Welcome our new friends. Welcome to our live stream. Okay, I think it's almost to the end. Only needs less than 2 minutes. Welcome to our live stream. We are cutting a piece of acrylic board. I believe it's almost to the end. After that, I can show it to you guys. Okay, very good. Yeah, you see, it just go off like this very easily. So I'm just clean the inner part and let you know. It is quite thin, so my finger cannot go through it. Just use this knife. Okay. Even without air pump, I think this time we got a good job. We did a good job. And I'm just try to clean this. Yeah, it is very easy. It's even easier than the wood one. Okay, guys, I think I just wrapped a whole LOV out of it. Let me show it to you. And that is the job we just did. BLOVE, and it is quite powerful, so I can just let the inner, you can see it how thin it is. Can you guys see it? This time, even without the air pump, our machine still did a very good job. And look closely. The cutting area is very smooth and sharp. Make this picture really clear. And that is the LOV side. So in today's live stream, we just did some Lightbox cover, like these several pieces. Yeah, almost very much. We made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces like this. And this 3 wood thing was cut by our machine in one time. That means if you want to make it to a business use, it is always useful because our machine can finish working rapidly. If you just adjust your file, you can always choose our extension keys though. And what's more, we got this little cute cat. Yes, this little cute cat. And some thank you. Also, don't forget about this little cat here. And by the way, don't forget about our original thing. Yeah, this is what it will looks like after combination. You just need to use light burn to cut several squares like this and use glue to combine this using such soft LED rope like this. It has a switch on it. You just need to turn it off, turn it on, turn it off, turn it on. So I think for such Lightbox, it is very suitable for a small business like the bookshop or the coffee shop. Just imagine that your customer just sitting around with several beautiful cat or dog signs that can sparkle different color. We use the white LED so that it shines the white color. You can always choose the blue, yellow, red, etc. Or you can just use white, but just use you just use a little piece of plastic paper and cover the back of this light and make it more colorful. That is all okay. And for today, still we made several pieces. And we also tried the acrylic that we haven't tried on our last week. By the way, acrylic is really smelly, so we suggest you guys do not do this on your home. If you really need to do engraving work or cutting work on plastic material like the EVA, like the acrylic, you do remember doing this on an open place. Do not let this thing go through your lung. That is harmful. That is also why I wear this mask. Maybe next time I will try a better mask to avoid such thing. And so for today's live stream, we made several cover of the Lightbox. One thing that we haven't do is combine this Lightbox, but it's quite easy because you just need to cut another piece of backboard like this. The same size, the same shape, but only know the inner lines here. Also leave a little hole on the back to make sure the wire can go out, go through it like this. Like this. That is quite easy. If you're using the light button, you can directly draw the picture on the function place. So it is quite easy. If you're still not, but if you still do not know how to operate it, or you're curious about what else can we do, you can always follow our live stream. We do have the live stream every week. Maybe next week we're gonna try to test the ceramics material as a main thing. Because for last week we tried the ceramic plate, right? Maybe this time we try ceramic cups, ceramic little stuff, ceramic bowls. Yes, that's gonna use the accessories such as the wire accessory rolling chuck. It is designed for the abnormal or unusual shape to be engraved. So I'm just going to show this to you. So if you're interested, you're always welcome to follow our store. Keep watching our live stream. I am Paul, and I'm just going to wait here every time. If you are more interested or you are already a user of our machine, you can always follow our YouTube channel, the Ultra Office. There are so many good videos that shows the function, shows the job, shows the work that we can make. And also we have a Facebook group. If you're interested, you're welcome because there are so many masters there. Every day they share their jobs, their works on the group. If you want to get inspirations, I believe it is a very good place. And so if you always want to get more information, you can always tell us on the comments area. Our sales will connect you, send you the catalog, send you the price tag, everything you want. I believe I just make a brief introduction to such like the Autolator Master 3, the YRC, to the YR, to the air pump. If you want to get more specific statistics, you can always send it to the comment area. Our sales will give you a more specific introduction. So that's all for today's live stream. Hope you enjoy it and very thank you to join our live stream. And I'm Paul, here waiting for you next week. See you next week.